as we gather our thoughts once again around Romans chapter 8, we will look at verses 19 to 21. Yes, we want to think of the work of the Holy Spirit, the Lord, the giver of life, who has come to us. But here today we not diverge, but we consider the place of creation itself. Creation, of course, an expression of God's ability. And in Romans chapter 1, verse 19, Paul writes this: "For the creation waits in eager expectation for the children of God to be revealed." Love to take a lot of time of that. "For the creation was subjected to frustration, not by its own choice, but by the will of the one who subjected it, in hope that the creation itself will be liberated from its bondage to decay and brought into the freedom and glory of the children of God." Typically, as Westerners, we make many mistakes, and one of the principal ones is that we see ourselves at the center, and in so doing we lose God and who he actually is, and placing ourselves at the center takes our focus away from the main point of the drama. And today we are called to live in the now, but the not yet. And we're entering more into the not yet passages. You know, if this life is all there is, we are to be most pitied. Perhaps we could have had some sort of a good life, but the majority on earth would not. What is it? 7/8 of the world are starving. As we look out on the world with all its floods, I was in a meeting the other day in Chicago, virtually, when some of the participants simply said this: "The siren has gone. We must now live and go into the bunker. The tornado warning has gone off." And we know, and it goes on and on and on, and perhaps even through some of the expressions of global warming, something is badly out. And it is the consequence of Genesis 3. It is that death has entered the world, but also the whole cosmos was thrown out of its created order, and the responsibility lies into the first Adam. This is not a minor breach. It is a huge consequence. So does that mean that God has failed or has decided to do away with his cosmos? Well, God's incapable of failure. And he's not simply not doing away with the cosmos. He is going to bring something totally new, but not unrelated to the old. This, according to Paul, is part of our hope. Creation itself will be liberated from its bondage to decay. Scientists will tell you the earth is running down. It's in bondage itself to death. Give it time, and a lot of it, it will be no more. But God. And into this passage too, please notice the connection between the created, the creator, and his creation. Here, creation itself is personalized, and creation itself has an eager expectation for the children of God to be revealed. So creation ultimately is looking to Jesus to come back, but it is looking for that day because creation wants to see you in the image and likeness of God, fully restored. Then creation itself can take its rightful and new place. As we go into this week, what responsibility you have, not just for yourself, not just for others, but for the whole of God's creation. Let us seek the Holy Spirit that we may be responsible citizens for Jesus.